Good afternoon, ill community. This is Ill, the inspirational black man, and I welcome you back to another ill conversation. So as we all know, today is June 29th. June is actually Men's Mental Health Month, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people, kind of like Mother's Day, you hear everything about Mother's Day, all these different sales, specials, and promotions. When it comes down to Father's Day, it's kind of like an afterthought. So I want to speak on men's mental health, being that it is towards the end of June. Men's mental health, it all, in my opinion, starts off as a kid. I was talking to one of my friends earlier today, and we was kind of having a little scenario. Let's say you have twin boys and twin girl, and they're outside running, having a good time. So they both fall and skin their knee. Parent comes out, they get the little girl, and oh baby, it's okay, let me kiss it, make it better, put a band-aid on it, it'll be fine, I'm sorry this happened to you, let me get you some ice cream. And the same little boy, he's crying, and he's basically told, get up, man up, walk it off. So it's kind of like men are not conditioned to be emotional or express themselves. It's just, you have to just be a man, shut up, deal with it, no one cares about what you're going through. And this is why mental health for men in June is so important. And I'm glad they put it in the same month as Father's Day, but us as fathers and as men, even if you don't have kids, as men, our mental health is very, very important to us. And I say we always end up being some sort of afterthought. So 2025 has been a really, really rough year for me. Usually on my channel and on my blog, I talk a lot about, self-mastery, being a leader, being a role model for, our younger generation, is, just kind of being a person of your word. You say you're going to do it, stand by it, and accountability, things like that. But as of recently, this topic here is something that you just can't be prepared for, you can't train for. So as I stated, it's 2025 started off kind of different for me. So around Valentine's, I noticed my wife was kind of acting a little different. Usually, we've been together since 2011, and every year leading up to now, the week of Valentine's, she would give me a card for every day of that week. And then on Valentine's Day, she'll give me like a special card with a meal and a gift, and, just kind of go all out on the day of. So this year, I noticed for Valentine's Day, she said, I didn't really have money to do anything this year, which I understand. We were kind of in a crunch financially. But it's just a greeting card. I mean, you can get 99-cent greeting cards, but, whatever. So I ended up getting her a card, as I usually do for Valentine's Day, and I gave it to her. She sat on her computer table, and it just kind of sat there for a couple of days, and then it disappeared. Then I got a text from her maybe a couple of days later saying, thank you for the card, blah, 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 blah. I was okay, that was different, that was weird. So near her birthday, she told me she had to work this year for her birthday. And I'm like, you've never worked on your birthday. As long as I've known you, you've always taken that day off. We've always taken like a birthday trip for you, because her birthday is typically around spring break. So we didn't get to do anything for her birthday. But a little before her birthday, she said that she was kind of acting a little different or whatever. So a little before her birthday, she was getting ready for work one morning, and she was kind of looked like she had something on her mind. So she was like, she basically needed some space, and she wanted to move out and get her own place. She just wanted to think some things through or whatever. I'm just paraphrasing, because I said all this came out of nowhere. Like I said, our marriage had been wonderful. It's been great. Not perfect, but it was really, really wonderful. So she started acting different, said she wanted to move out, get her own space. You needed, time to process things and blah, 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 blah. So I think the only reason she told me was she had sent me some money once on Venmo, and when I went to send it back, I saw she had paid a application fee for this apartment finding service or whatever. So I think she saw that she knew that I had saw what she had going on. So she came out and told me she was wanting to move out, and she was waiting for the approval, and she just wanted something. I don't know. She just wanted some space. I was like, okay, you want space? I'm fine with that. So a couple of days go by, and when she finally got approved for her place, her whole everything just changed. She went from I wanting space to I'm done. It's been the same stuff going on for 10 years. I'm done. She was basically done with me, and I was like, okay. And when I kind of saw where this was going, and when she got approved for her place, and then her whole tune changed, So she moved out, got her own place. She took her daughters with her. He said, it was just kind of painful just watching them pack stuff out of here and leave. And like I said, all this, I was kind of blindsided. All this was kind of like new to me. Like I didn't recall. I mean, we had a few disagreements over the years. Typically our disagreements were not between us. It was between either, her being, too friendly to her kids and letting them kind of do their own thing at school, like, skip class or grades or, missing class altogether. And then she had some other family members who were wanting to move in. And I had an issue with that because when I met my wife, she was kind of struggling and these people were nowhere around to help her. But then the minute she gets married and, gets going and start building a life, then all of a sudden these people just pop up and wanting help and $10 here, 15, oh, can I move in? Just like, and I don't mind helping people, but to me, moving in should be like the very, very last option. There are other ways to help people. So she was kind of, oh, this is my family. I feel like the need to help. And especially after her mom passed, she just felt like she was the mother hen of the family. And she was just wanting to help everybody. And I was like, we can't save everybody. I told her numerous times, you're going to destroy yourself trying to save the world, So I guess that was stress on our relationship because she wanted to help her brothers and her sons and, whoever else who was needing help. So since she moved out, it was kind of different. The house was extra quiet. It was just like kind of creepy in the house. Just uber weird. Just being here alone. Then say they didn't hear from people much. Didn't hear from the kids, the stepkids much. Didn't hear from her much. Father's Day rolled around and my wife texted me, happy Father's Day. But I didn't hear anything from the stepkids, and I was like, okay, that really kind of, ever since 2011, they've been in my life. I've been raising them and, assisting with their growth and stuff. They're not bad kids. I just think they had the company that their friends or whatever were kind of, they're easily influenced, I guess you can say. Well, I said, I didn't hear from the stepkids for Father's Day, and I was like, oh, wow, that kind of tore me up. So, but I would get up every morning, get ready for work. Then on my off days, I would get up and clean the house. Like I said, well, I'm the only one here. There's nothing to clean, but just cleaning was my therapy. Turning the music on, that was kind of helping me with my mental health because I was blindsided by all of this. Didn't know she wasn't happy or she wanted a way out or this was all new to me. So I'm at home one day and she sends a text was like, hey, I got the divorce papers drawn up. Are you gonna sign them? So I responded back, I kind of don't have a choice. You can't. She's not happy. She doesn't want to be here. I can't not sign them and then go on happily ever after. So it's like, I guess kind of have no choice. So she wanted to get this done ASAP. And I asked her what do you want in this divorce? And she was like, nothing. I just want my last name back. And, that's all I want. I don't want anything. So I was like, wow. I was just like, I'm still confused and baffled about what's going on and what I did or what was the last straw that to make you come to this conclusion. And I've heard different things like, oh, maybe you done something. Maybe she was unhappy. I've heard it's like maybe she just turned 53 this year. Maybe it's like a midlife crisis or menopause. And I was like, I don't know what the case could be, but it's just all just painful to me. It's very, very painful. Actually feels like there's a missing part in right next to my heart. It's like that's where she was, and I feel like it's just an empty void right there, and just the emotional roller coaster of just sitting at work or sitting at home and you're fine. And all of a sudden you just feel like you just want to just bust and just let it all come out. So, like I said, today's June the 29th, towards the end of Men's Mental Health Month. So, our anniversary, our 9-year anniversary, is gonna be on July 31st. So, I just told her July 1st, Tuesday, I'm off work. We can come by and we can I'll sign the papers or whatever. And then she apologized for the pain she put me through. This like the second time she apologized. And I'm like, I don't understand the apology. I mean, I don't know. I just don't understand the apology. Like, you did what you felt you had to do. So, I mean, why are you apologizing? But, I don't know. This is really, really weighing heavy on my mental health. And especially this is Men's Mental Health Month. And I just feel like men really don't have an outlet anywhere on this planet. We don't have I guess there are organizations out there, but they're just not advertised. They're not on the forefront. You just don't hear about them. You have to kind of go hunt them out to find little groups that can, you can sit down and talk to someone who's going through the same issues, or someone who has a similar situation that you can confide in or whatever. So it's really, really, really heavy on me. And I know Tuesday is going to be a very, very bad way, in my opinion, to end Men's Mental Health Month. So I'm just dealing with that right now, trying to see what happens. I do have a trip coming up. It's supposed to be our anniversary trip for our 9-year anniversary. Like I say, every year we try to go somewhere special. Like last year we went to Vegas. This year we were going, I was going to surprise her, but so our anniversary trip kind of just turned into a solo trip, So few things that I do to cope with my mental health. I go on these 5-mile walks around the neighborhood. I walk. I blog. Blogging, writing. It also helps with my mental health. Cleaning the house. Like I said, I'm here alone. The house is never dirty, but I still love to mop and wipe things down with bleach, Clorox, or whatever. Just get that good clean smell in here. Dishes. There are never any dishes. I'm just here, so just cleaning just kind of helps ease the pain, or kind of takes me places where I just kind of get away from everything. Music is also a huge help. Just certain songs, you just close your eyes and just get lost in the music. It really, really can take some stress off you. Just struggling to find peace is the one thing that men have to do. Is just peace is our treasure. Now at our age, it's not about wealth. It's not about being popular or going viral. It's just about finding your peace and sticking to it. At our age, like I said, I'm about to be 48 in December, and I just like I said, all this came out of nowhere. We were in a great marriage, and we built a nice home for our kids and stepkids, and everyone, it was okay. I did fuss a lot because I wanted the kids to kind of learn a little accountability, and you're not gonna one of these days you're gonna wake up and me and your mom is not gonna be here, so y'all need to be prepared for that day. So I was just one of the things I was wanting to instill in them, but like I said, they kind of, when they moved out with their mom, they don't reach out. I reached out to them a few times and just didn't hear from them. So it's kind of like I just give them their space as well, I guess. So yeah, so that's what's going on. As we bring Men's Mental Health Month to an end, I'll be dealing with that on July 1st, which is Tuesday. I'll do an update video on that. Just kind of give my progress of what I'm doing to kind of stay on my track. So even when you are in a relationship with someone, it's very, very important to maintain a relationship with yourself. So my self-mastery, my self-maintenance, my mental health, I'm still going to continue on with our goals. Our goals were to get our passports, so I went and got mine probably about a month ago. It came in. Just the whole traveling at our age, I wanted to travel, while we were still young enough to get around without being on a walker or in a wheelchair, or just kind of, move freely throughout the airport without being a burden on someone. That was always one of our goals. So like I said, I have a trip coming up, and then we're supposed to be doing our first cruise either this year or the beginning of next year. So I gonna end up being a solo cruise, I'm assuming, because I just feel once we sign those papers and give her what she wants, that's gonna be it for our plans. But I'm just gonna still maintain our plans as mine. I want to go see, some blue pretty water, meet some cool people, hang out on a ship, go a little few local and domestic vacations, and hopefully abroad one day, just be able to go see some other countries while I'm still on this planet. So I want to thank the ill community for watching. Hopefully I can get a few more people who can relate to what I'm going through and who can subscribe, so we can kind of be here for each other when during moments like this. Like I said, I know a few other people just say, yeah, their wife just kind of just popped up and said, hey, I don't want to be here anymore. They jump up, get their own places, and so I don't know if it's something in the air or what's going on really, but some things in life, they're not, you just can't predict them. Like I said, I just thought everything was okay, everything was good. Say it wasn't perfect, but it was really, really great what we had. So, I'm not the type to hide my feelings. I am gonna miss her. She was a beautiful person. We had a lot of fun together. We explored, a lot of things. I remember taking her to Olive Garden for the first time. I remember taking her to Vegas, or Red Lobster. We did a lot of things. Took on our first airplane ride or flight or whatever to Vegas. That was her first time actually being on a plane, and it's just a lot of things we did for the first time. So she was a really, really good friend as well as my wife. She was a very, very beautiful person. It's not what she did for me, it's what she did to me. Like, she kind of opened my life to different perspectives on things, and she was very, very family oriented, and my family were too, but we were kind of from a distance. We all, hang out and go home. Her family loved to hang out with each other. So like I said, it was just learning other people's, not really their cultures, but their upbringings and stuff like that. So, but as I stated, I will keep you guys updated for those who are interested in, what's going on. Like I said, I am going on a trip. So I have a new travel channel called, what is the name of it? Oh my God, my mind's all over the place right now. I just feel so scatterbrained at times. It's Il the Travel Vagabond. So I'm going to do not a lot, but just, traveling tips and tricks, and a few tricks. You know what I'm trying to say. Tips and tricks on traveling, about, packing and making lists so you won't forget anything, or best practices of when to get to the airports. Just little stuff like that, just to keep me busy. So I will list all of my channels down in the description area, and I would appreciate y'all just kind of subscribe to all my channels. They're all less than 20 subscribers right now. I do have Il77 Studios, which is where I like to do my short films. I just recently bought a Insta360, the X5 cam, which is here. And I got the gimbal, the Flow 2 Pro, that's over here. That's gonna help with my short films. I don't have any friends, I don't have any cameramen, so I love the AI panning that it does. So I don't have to have someone when I do my little short films. Then I have some Il Fitness, which is my fitness channel. Haven't really done much with that in a while. I did rebrand it from Fitness Over 40. I didn't realize how common that name was. And then I have an Il Conversation, which is this channel here, which is basically me just having a conversation with myself until I get some guests on to conversate with. So I think that's all my channels. So as I stated, I'll list everything in the description. Tomorrow is the last day of Men's Mental Health Month, so I suggest all you men go out and do something that's going to benefit your mental health, something going to help you distress. Like, if you just go to the gym and work out an extra 15 minutes, have a drink, go wash your car, just something that's very, very therapeutic to you. We don't get mentioned much in Mental Health Month, so tomorrow's our last day, so I suggest we all go out and do something that's going to benefit ourselves. So until then, Il community, stay ill, and we will chat with you soon.